I don't think you fully realize just how harmful the acceptance rate is for Uber Eats drivers like you and I. Would you like to know the biggest impact on your life that you're going to experience from this? What I'm about to tell you, and I'm going to tell you to stop doing it. I did it for 2 years, taking every order on Uber Eats. I wanted to get my acceptance rate up to 100% and just see, would Uber Eats value me as a driver? Were they unlocking these secret high-paying orders? The short answer is no. There was no high pay. But what I will say is you're going to be so miserable if you take every order and if you take unprofitable orders. And that's what I want to share with you. Here's the thing. With this knowledge, anytime that Uber Eats comes up with ways of enticing us, and I would say it's called manipulating the drivers into taking every offer or to take unprofitable ones, you're going to be on to them, because right now Uber Eats has preferred deliveries, which is dealing with acceptance rate, and that is not the point of this video. More importantly, I want you to know this is how you're going to feel. You're going to be absolutely miserable anytime you're feeling compelled to take all offers, most offers, and guaranteed the unprofitable ones. From my experience, I see a lot of orders. I would say most are average and many are outright unprofitable. If you take them, you're going to go out of business. But here's the thing. You are going to be so miserable throughout this entire process as you lose money. So I want you to not be miserable. When we're out working, we should be happy and joyful and work hard and earn money. One side effect of declining an offer, I guarantee you, your percentage is going to go down by 1% for every order, and then it's going to take you a lot of orders to make up for it. And that is demoralizing. And what this is going to do is create so much stress for you. You're going to feel that pressure, not only of when it's slow and earning money, but you're going to feel the pressure. I have to take this offer. I have to do it because if I don't maintain a certain tier, I'm not going to get this pay and I'm not going to get the rewards. What a horrible way to live. I don't want you to live like that. Let me tell you, I am so happy now because I cherry pick. I only take profitable orders. When I was taking all orders, I felt trapped. It was like I'm a prisoner. I'm a slave. I have to do what Uber Eats tells me. It completely took away my freedom. And here's the thing. When I go out during the day a couple times per week, my whole day is free. So I can work as much as I want. But here's the thing. I also make money on the side every day or whenever I'm out doing errands, or if I have some other commitment that I'm going to. Wouldn't it be nice to get paid to go from home to that place and then get paid to come back? So what I do is I would turn on the app and I would accept offers that would kind of pay my way to go home. But here's the thing. Here's the part that made me so miserable. I became scared to turn on the app because if I have 15 or 20 minutes, I can do an order. But if I have to take an order to maintain a certain rating, what if it put me on a 20-mile trip for $3? What if it made me go the opposite direction for several miles? Now I have to do it. And here's the thing. That takes the joy out of working for being an independent contractor. More on that in just a minute. Also, another aspect, when I'm choosing to do this just part-time, if I have an hour or so, I can do an order or two. But now, if it's going to send me some really far distance, I can't do it. Also, what about the type of order it is? If it's a restaurant delivery, it's easy just to go in, pick up the food, and drop it off. What about sending me to Home Depot? What about sending me to Aldi's or Five Below or some store? Oh, here's a good one. Any of the nutrition stores where they have 1,000 vitamins and you have to stare at every column to try to find it. This slows me down so much. Normally, I wouldn't want to do those orders. But now, if I only had 15 or 20 minutes to do one, potentially it could take me 40 minutes or an hour. So what this does is it makes me not go online because I don't have an hour in order to try to do an order if I'm being forced to accept orders. So This really, really limits your freedom, and it takes the joy out of working. And this was absolutely horrible and miserable for me. Again, when I'm doing it during the day and I have all day, that was a different story. But what it did is it kept me from making money during little parts of the day throughout the week, when that could add up to quite a bit of money. So let's talk about being an independent contractor. UberEats doesn't care about us. We're independent, but they'll try to structure their programs to get us to feel like we're part of the team. Trust me, we're not part of the team. There's a million drivers out there. We come and go. UberEats doesn't care. As an independent contractor, we don't get benefits, so that's why we have the flexibility and freedom. UberEats cannot make us take any order. And when we give up that freedom, we're not acting as independent contractors, we're acting as employees. And I don't like that, because they're not going to guarantee me a shift or a way to make money. It's all on what's available at the time that I happen to choose to go online, because I'm an independent contractor. So don't give up your rights as an independent contractor playing games that UberEats likes to do, because again, 2 years, the pay didn't come. So here's a solution, and this would be for UberEats, and this is something for drivers to think about. How much money, and it is all about money. So I was miserable to make $3 for multiple miles. On average, my personal level would be $10 per delivery. How would that be? Obviously not some extreme miles, but let's just say within 5 or 8 miles, if I made $10 per delivery all the time, if UberEats guaranteed that, I'd be so happy. I would accept all the orders that come in, and I would be doing it out of my own free will as an independent contractor. Now let's get extreme. So think about this. Let's say that UberEats was going to pay us $100 for every order. I think you would agree, I wouldn't care at all where it's going, how far, the type of order. If I'm making $100 per delivery and I could do 20 in those in a day, wow, that's a lot of money. So I would be willing for high pay to give up my freedom in selecting orders. And this is something to think about. Please do share in the comments, what would be the dollar value per order that you would be so happy just to basically do whatever UberEats wants for you. Please share that. I think this is going to really help drivers as we get a feel for, my level's $10. What's yours? I'm pretty sure none of us are going to put in there $2 or $3 or $4. That's just not worth our time. And as a bonus idea for UberEats, how about this? Instead of focusing on acceptance rate for drivers all the time, just have a bonus, a request. When times are tough and you want to entice drivers to accept all the orders, just structure it as a bonus or request. That way, for a short time period, potentially if you're offering enough money, more than $2 and $3, if you make it significant, I think you're going to notice that all drivers or most drivers are going to do this, because it's short term, high pay, and then we're not doing it all the time. I just don't think you're going to be successful forcing drivers to basically take all offers all the time. That goes against being an independent contractor. And here's another aspect that's so important about feeling miserable when you're forced to do something. Right now, I have a couple phones. I have multiple apps. I'm very relaxed because I don't care. I don't have to take every offer. But if I know I'm on the hook for UberEats, if they have a program like they happen to right now that focuses on acceptance rate, then I'm always watching it. I'm paying attention. I can't look away. I can't relax. But when you're not doing that kind of stuff, when you cherry pick, I'm relaxed. Whatever sound pops up, I'll look at that phone. If it's another one, I'll look down there. There's a big difference when you're relaxed. That way there's less stress in your life, because you don't want to be constantly having to focus on something and miss it. And I'm sure if you've been on the other apps like that, like Amazon Flex or Instacart, you're always staring. Who wants that kind of pressure? I don't. So by not having to accept every offer, you are going to feel so much better. And I think this is good for our health and well-being as well. Please hear me. I'm seriously not trying to waste your time. I'm trying to share just how miserable I was. 2 years is such a long time. Now that I've stopped all that nonsense of the acceptance rate, I am so happy and relaxed. Yeah, there's times when it's slow and I'm not making the money I should. That's a different type of stress. But trust me, you do not want to have constant stress, no matter how much you're making, a lot or a little, of not missing an order. I don't want you to have to go through that. And now if you'll heed my advice and only take profitable orders, then you may ask, well, how do I know which ones are profitable? And I get it. There's a lot of them that just come in really quick and they look okay. But actually, if you were zooming in on the map, you would see, wow, that's a really long distance order. And they do this on purpose. They send orders really quickly. I do have good news for you. I've made a video covering how to pick profitable orders. Please watch that next. It's really going to help you be a lot more profitable and happy as well. Watch that next, and I'll see you there.